All right, let's get started. We are going to need, this is 36 inches long and 16 inches wide. If you want something smaller than this, I suggest not to go any smaller than a 32 inch, and even that's pushing it for them already made food preparations, you know, the Mountain House and stuff. Okay. So, the cozy that I'm going to show you how to make, you can leave steps out if you want. It's up to you, okay? This is a strap. This strap holds down the top. I see a lot of people make these, and this does squish down, but I see a lot of people make these and they don't do the strap, and then they're kind of like, you know, when I've seen their videos and they realize the first time they use it, they're going, well, I guess you just kind of lean it against a tree. Well, yeah, but you should have a strap to hold that down, okay? This one has, I'm showing you what you're going to make, okay? This has, and this is all one piece except this and the pockets. This has 2 on each side. One goes diagonal, one goes horizontal, 2 here and 2 on top. The one I'm going to make today, though, is going to have a long pocket on one side and 2 short pockets on the other. If you don't want to do pockets on the inside, don't. You don't have to copy my dimensions. If you do want pockets, make up your own. Decide how you want your pockets to be. Do you want a long tube? Do you just want a strap to hold a water bottle? It's up to you. I don't know. But I'm going to show you the ones that I'm going to do. So basically when you shut it, you're going to go fold these in, fold that in, and close this. And it is that simple. And this opens up to 2 inches all the way around, and it will fold down. Now this is new, so you have to work it to get them to close. You know, I don't have one of those machines that goes and makes this flatten. You actually have to flatten it yourself, okay? But I will show you how to do this in one piece. It's pretty easy, and yeah, all right, here we go. So for everything you're going to do, this is a 2-inch roll, the 2 inches wide. Everything you do, you're going to cut what you need. For instance, you need this to be 37 inches long, right? So you're going to do 37 inches, and then you're going to cut it, and then once you cut it, you're going to fold it in half all the way down, and then cut it again. That gives you your 2 1-inch, 37-inch pieces. You don't need, this is too much tape, way too much tape. If you're a biker or a backpacker, climb mountains, whatever it is you do, those people literally go by ounces on stuff because of the weight. So if that's you, then you want to cut this in half. So these are 1-inch pieces, not 2-inch, because that's what I do. I turn this into a 1-inch piece. Once you get that cut, put it to the side, because it's going to be a while before you come back to that. I use the Reflectics tape. I just like it to be uniform. You can use duct tape, however, I find that the Reflectic tape holds up better. I just like the way it sticks and everything. So if that's 36, you want the length of this to be 37, obviously. Even 36 and a half, but you need that little bit on each end for the folding over, right? But you don't need this much tape. So once you have the one piece, the 137-inch piece, you're going to fold it in half, right? And you're going to cut it, because you also don't need 2 inches on everything that you have to tape, okay? The 1 inch is fine. Let me show you all the sizes you're going to need, so you can just sit down, relax, cut all the sizes, and then come back to the video and we'll put it together. Okay, so you got your piece cut. Cut out your pockets. Okay, these are going to go in mine. These are all the pockets I'm going to put in mine. Cut at the pockets. And you also want your strap right here. This strap is this guy. Okay, it's going to hold down your top, your lid. So if this is 16, you want this to be 17 or 18, depending on how much you, once you fold it in, and how much you want to tape. So you can do a ½ inch, whatever. Just remember, you need room to bend it around. This is pretty thick, and tape it on the inside. Okay, on the opposite side. Okay, so this is what you want. You want 37 inches long. You want this one to be 18 inches. And then whatever size pocket you want, you decide yourself what size pocket you want to put in your cozy. Okay, now what I've done, and you might want to do this too before you even get to this, is once you cut your tape, I cut enough tape so I can remake this like 4 or 5 times without having to remeasure. So what I did was I baggied them all up. So this is 1/37 by 1 inch. Because I cut the tape in half. So if I ever need to make one really quick, then I just need to pull out 2 strips of tape. So these are your 37-inch straps, 1 for each side, and they're all. And then you label it, and then put it in baggie and call it baggie number 1, and then baggie number 2 is the width. 2 for the width. Okay, so these are 37 inches. Once you cut out your 36 by 16, I want you to cut the tape for that. Cut the tape for your pockets. You're going to have to measure those on your own. You know, mine are all different pockets, so just figure out, and if you don't want any, don't do it. Okay, and then figure out the tape that you need, and tape up all the way around, all of them, okay? And do the flap. This is the flap. It's going to hold the top down. You want to tape up all the sides of that, okay? So measure the tape out and get that. So you just want to, go a little bit longer and a little bit on this side longer and tape it down. Once you have all that, then come back, turn the video back on. So get all the edges taped up. Okay, so now you should have this completely taped. Any pockets that you're going to use, completely taped. And this is the strap that holds the flap down, completely taped. All 4 sides. If you don't do all 4 sides, you have the bubble wrap, and it won't last. They'll rip. So you have to tape the entire thing. Okay? So by now, you should have everything taped up. Your pockets, your flap holder, and your sheet. The next step is you need to measure on one side 8 inches down and 2 inches in on both sides, because those are going to be these flaps. Okay? You need these flaps. Unless you don't want them, I don't see why you wouldn't. But so you want to do 8 inches down and 2 inches in on both sides, and cut them out. And on the opposite side, you want to do 2 inch by 2 inch, 2 inch by 2 inch, and cut it out, because this is going to be this flap that folds down. Okay? So go ahead and do that, and then I'll get back with you. Okay, see this flap right here? You've exposed the bubble wrap when you cut it down. So you have to tape this side and this side on both flaps, because you've exposed the bubble wrap. When you put this on here, if you can cut the tape at an angle, you can get it into the corner, or just put another piece of tape there, whatever you want to do. So you need 2 for each side. Mine are 8.5 by 1 because it's 8 inches long, right? But on this side you need 4 2-inch, because these are 2 inch. So you need 1, 2, 3, 4 to cover the L shape that you cut. So go ahead and do that. Now you should have it, it should look like this, okay? You got your two arms, which are your folding flaps that go in, and then it's straight through, and then you have your flap down here. So these, you should have little L shapes, right? Okay, now this is the time, it's the easiest time to put your pockets in if you're doing pockets. And all you do, these also should have already, we already did that, you should have already framed them in, okay? Now you put them where you want. I'm putting this one here, one pocket, and I'm putting one and one here. I think I'm only going to be able to fit one. I think I did this one too big. I think I might cut this one a little bit because they're not both going to fit here. I just put them, you have to stay within this space here, okay? And you're wondering, well, how do I know how far in? Okay, well, just take this up, fold it down, and you meet the arm, bottom of the fold, and the bottom of the fold. And you know this is your pot, and this is the flap here, so this doesn't count. Well, so you have this area here, okay? Not here and not here, and be careful not to go down too far here. So you have this area here to put your pocket. So you're gonna have to like guesstimate, but it's not difficult, and this isn't rocket science, okay? Remember they use this to land on the moon. Goodness sakes. So, and all you're going to do, remember this one goes up. So you're gonna take here, 1, 2, 3. This one is up this way. So you take the 1, 2, 3, leaving the top sides open, okay? Because you don't want to get in there and realize you did it upside down. So be mindful. The openings are on the right and left sides. So go ahead and put your pockets in if you want to put your pockets in. If you want to just get a strap of Reflectics and maybe put like a ring holder like that for a water bottle, or you know, just, or even just have rings like that for things to hold steady. I don't know. Play with it. That's all I did. I just figured out what I wanted and I just fooled around with it. Alright, so fool around with it, get your pockets in, hit pause, and come back when you're done. Okay, so I have mine. You should have your pockets in. I've got 2 here. Now these pockets are tight, okay? When you put them on, you're gonna find that they're tight. You might want to even double tape here. I know I said back off on the tape, but on the pockets, you might just want to double tape, you know, but leave the opening. But these are nice and tight pockets. So if you put your silverware or condiments or you know, napkins, paper, or whatever it is you're gonna put in here, when you put them in there, these are taut. Like, look, they're very, and they're not gonna stretch. These are not gonna stretch on you, okay? So what you do is you just wanna kind of bend this up. See, this should not go past that 2-inch line, nor on this side, because otherwise it's going to interfere with your folding. And so all you're going to do is get it folded. It just make it easier when you do the you know, when you put it together. Because we're about to put it together. Okay, so I got 4 of these little guys running around. Okay, and then of course you want your 2-inch fold on this flap. Okay. So you put this flap towards you, okay? Fold this in like that. And this is going on the inside. inside. If you do not put this on the inside, you're not going to be able to...
Let me finish reading this and I'm going to be done.
You're not going to be able to seal it, okay? Because the way it goes, you have to put this flap, these flaps go on the inside. The other ones go on the outside, okay? Now, once you do this, this goes on the inside, right? This whole, all this reflective goes on the inside, right? So, you know you've got these that go down, this that goes in, and this that goes over, okay? Now that you've done all that, you have to put in your holder. So you can put this in at any time, preferably when you do the pockets. So what you're going to do is you want this on this side, okay? So just put your prettiest side down. And you don't want it too far down, like here's the fold, right? You don't want it too far down, okay? Because this isn't that, believe it or not, this is not that long. So you want to put it maybe 1 inch to 2 inch. This, not down here. So you want to put it about 1 inch to 2 inches down, just like that. I'm going to leave mine just like that. And what you're going to do is you turn it over. Once you have it where you want, make sure it's even on both sides. And you fold it over and tape one side and then flip it over. Make sure it's lined up and then turn it over gently and then make sure you you tape it down exactly even, or the best that you can. So go ahead and put that strap on. So now you have the strap on, okay? And again, remember it goes here. So now, this is a little bit of a pain in the butt, but if you folded it like I told you, all the way down, it should make it a lot easier. And just guesstimate the 2 inches in. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? So, don't worry about getting it all lined up, okay? What you're going to do, though, is, you see how, now make sure, before you tape this down here, put it together like this, and make sure that this is at the bottom fold here, and this is at the bottom fold here, okay? Because these, you don't want this to be up high, because it's going to overshoot that. You want it to be, that's how you know if it's even. Just put these like that. Just put it, looks like a purse, don't it? Just put them like that so you know that you're in the middle, okay? That this is in the middle, down here. Okay, when these line up like that, then you know it's in the middle, okay? Then, you see these corners? You see that corner there and that corner there? You're going to tape inside all of that corner. And that corner, when you see it, it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. But just kind of go like that. Okay. And that's where you use these two triangles. All this is 2 inch by 2 inch, cut it at an angle, and you get your triangle. That's all it is. And the reason is to get it right here. Okay? I'm just going to show you this one, and then you can do the other one and then come back. Because I did this whole video, like showing you how to do every step. It was a 2-hour video. No one's going to watch no 2-hour video. Okay. So, you want to get it all the way up to the high fold, right? As high as it'll go, right there. So you want to get all that. And the pointy side goes in. Just like that. Squeeze it together. So if you could see that, right? You got it right here. But then there's still this hole here. That's what these are. Bottom, well, it's 3x2. So these ones are going to hold the fold in. So you're going to, I want to put a list of all the tape you're going to need, okay? So when you're doing this with me right now, you're going to already have the tape. This tape is a 3x5, but I cut it in half. Covers that opposite side right there on the V. And you just kind of fold it down like that, and there. That whole area is now covered. And then you got to do the same on the other side. But before you do the other side, you want to close this side down. So what you do is you push this down, and you bring this up, just like that. See? Push it down. And then this one folds on top of it. Just like that. And then now you have to take this down. Okay? And I highly suggest on this first side you tape this down first to the edge. Otherwise you're going to have trouble, because then you have to come in with these 3x2s, and you've got to the inside flap, this one, you've got to line it all the way up into here. And that's what those big pieces of tape are going to get in there, because you've got to tape the whole inside on that whole, on the whole strap. This whole strap on top has to be taped all in here. Okay? So about 3x5s like this should do it. I wouldn't suggest, see, it should go like that, put it in the corner, 2, 3. I wouldn't suggest trying to do a whole piece. I've tried it and it's almost impossible. Put that like that, and like that. And you have to get your hands in there. You got to fiddle with this. This is brand new material, so it's not like, you know, it's going to move the way you want it to move. And then you're going to get the tape. And you're going to tape it. Tape it down right there. You don't want it to go down in here. This is already sealed. And you get to reinforce this strap with it as well, okay? Now, when you get to the top, if you find that you have extra tape, cut it off. Don't keep the extra on there just for, it's not doing anything. You don't need it. But you might want to cut like that little edge into the corner so it folds down nicely, just like that. I know it's hard for you guys to see what I'm doing, but, and so then, you're not done. Then you got to get in here and then just reinforce by pushing it down. Get it nice and pushed up against that, okay? So you got the one side done, okay? But now, okay, here's the fold, right? There's the fold. You want to get these 3x5s, or maybe cut the 3x5s in half, however you want to do it. But you want to take this in here. Make sure this is butted up against this side in there, okay? Otherwise it's gonna be really wide. You don't want that. You wanna make sure that it's butted up in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape that, and then you guys go ahead and do the other side, and then get back to me. Now that you got that done, so you should have it looking, you know, like this now, right? Got your strap here, so you can go down, 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 and this folds, but we're not here yet. Okay, so now, see right here, see this flap right here? You've got to tape that down. That's important because you don't want that will start to pull, and you could hit it and push on it, and then your bag will just, you know. So all you're gonna do is put a piece of tape there all the way across. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And do it for the other side. I did a 2-hour long video. It was actually longer than 2 hours, showing every single aspect and detail of me putting it together. And as I was editing it, I was like, they don't even like to watch a, you know, hour music video of, you know, demons and stuff. So how the heck are they gonna want to watch this? So I deleted it, and I thought, let me just do the basic. Okay, so then just come to this side. And tape it across there. So this should be, all this should be taped. And all you got to do is get your hands inside and push against your other hand, and just make sure all the tape is sturdy in there, okay? And if you find that it's not, you can just go back and retape it. Okay, now, this is what you got so far, okay? So you turn, now we have to cut these corners, because this is, it just, do it or don't do it. I'm telling you to do it. And how much do you cut? I just eyeball it. You don't want to cut too much in, you know, too much in here, but just, you know, you want to cut it, you want it to be at an angle, so that you can get it all the way down. So I would just do it like an inch from where the fold is, you know, and you can always adjust. You can always cut it and adjust it. This is just so that it fits in the fold better. Yeah, so, because if it's just a square, it's going to be kind of hard. See what I mean about going, if you go too low on this strap, it'll be like right there. But mine has more room to push it down, and the more you work it, the more it'll push down. It's just really stiff right now, okay? But you can see where the cut is, like right here at an angle. Okay, so once you got that cut, open it back up, and you're going to tape these sides. I think I want to cut this one a little bit more just to match the other side. That looks good. Okay, so you want to put tape on this side and on this side. I call it a Christmas present fold, you know, when you fold it in and then down. I call it a Christmas tree fold, but just, you know, you want to do it kind of neat, you know. It just looks better. Okay, so now you have that. You have your fold and your fold, and then this fold comes down into there. And two, you can also put, you know, the sticky Velcro, so the Velcro sticks here and not use this. You know, it's whatever you want to do. This is your bag. And there you have it. And if you want, this is just a suggestion, if you want, you can also put a strap where you would get a piece of Reflectics or whatever, and you can tape it here to have like a strap. But I don't think I would do that. I think just keeping it like this. Now, it's kind of hard, right? You're going, wow, that's kind of hard. How am I supposed to fold it? Well, this folds in. And unless you have a machine that's going to flatten it, you're the machine. So you can either just leave it like that and just sit on it, you know, bend it in. You got to work it to get it to do what you want it to do. It's not just going to automatically, you know, fold down for you. You've got to actually work it and play with it and bend it in and get it to where it goes flat. But if you're taking this, you know, on a picnic or something, I mean, you don't have to worry about it. But if you're taking it like on a, see in the bottom, you gotta work the bottom. The bottom is gonna be flat like that once you open it up to use it to cook with. So, but if you're going in the mountains and stuff, you may want to make this, you know, a 32 or a 34 inch bag. But that's how you do. That's how you make it. It flaps in, flap, and flap, and that will definitely make your food nice and hot. There you go. There's your cozy. There's your one fold. Not one fold, but one sheet of Reflectics cozy with a little holder here, and it will fold down. You just have to work it, because I've got like 6 of them over here that I did, and they're all relatively the same size. And see, they start, oh my thumbs, they start forming. You know, you just gotta play with it. Put books on it overnight or something. You know, it'll flatten. So there you go. That's how you make your cozy. If there's any steps you want me to go over in detail, let me know, and I will go over in detail and actually put up a video for you showing it to you. But I just didn't want to put up a 2-hour long video because I didn't think anybody was going to watch it. That was actually way too long. So I deleted it and thought I'll just show them the steps. Now in this video, you're also going to see a list of all the pieces you're going to need. All the tape, you need double. So for this, you need double. For this, you need double. For this, you need double on each side. So I'll put down the measurements so you know all the tape, get it all cut, have it all ready, and then just start making it. All right, thanks for watching. Bye, guys.